Hello there, welcome back to Beauty Bee. It's been quite a while since I have filmed a video, so apologies today if I'm a little rusty and a little more awkward than usual, but I wanted to get back into the swing of things with a little get ready with me using the Tinkerbell palette from Colourpop. This is the Sprinkle a Little Magic palette. I love Tinkerbell. I think she's adorable. I love how... Okay. I really don't love like the modern Tinkerbell who's like a good friend and kind. I really like the sassy, sometimes bordering on mean-spirited Tinkerbell from the 40s. But anyway, we are not here to talk about how much I love Miss Tink. We are here for makeup. So, outside of the palette, here is the inside. There is a little Tinkerbell on the surround for the mirror. You have 9 shades. These are bigger than the usual Colourpop 9-pan shades are. For a size comparison, this is a standard Colourpop single. This is Earthshine. It's one of their individuals, and it is the same diameter as these shades. However, this pan is deeper than the pans in here. I was able this morning to pop out actually I think this shade, and the palette's magnetic like most of the Colourpop palettes are. I was able to stick this in the spot and still close the palette. You could tell that it was a little bit more raised than everything around it though. So that made me feel a little bit better about this purchase. I mean, it wasn't a terribly expensive palette, and I used a $5 coupon on it, but, you know, it is nice to know that should I decide that I don't like some of these shades, or if I like the shades so much that I finish one somewhere down the road, that I could pop in other Colourpop singles or just quite a few other singles. I mean, a lot of brands sell singles that are this size. So we have talked a lot about this palette now, so let's actually get into the look. I think that I'm going to go probably fairly neutral today because I do kind of want to emulate what Tinkerbell actually wears, which is pretty neutral makeup. I mean, clearly, this palette was not designed with the intention of giving you Tinkerbell's signature look, because she certainly is not wearing these types of colors. But for fitting the character, fitting her overall look, her outfit, it's a really cute color story. I'm really interested in the greens in this palette. I did do a very bright green look with this, and I wore it in a couple of my past videos, a couple of my most recent videos. I will have one of those linked up in the card in case you are interested. But today, I think we are going to start with the shade Big Magic, which is this sort of mauve-y pink shade. And I'm going to put that in my crease. I need to move my bangs out of the way. I was trying to do sort of a Tinkerbell inspired hairstyle. I don't know how to do my hair at all. And I really need a haircut because my bangs have grown out a lot. But that's not happening today, so I'm going to have to make do. And I don't know if I mentioned this earlier, but I have done some base makeup, meaning I'm wearing primer, and I have done my eyebrows. I've additionally put on some eye primer and set down that eyeshadow primer. So I wasn't coming into this fully barefaced. So let's add a little bit more of Big Magic to my right side, just because it's not looking super even to me as is. And I think that's looking good. I can tell that I have a little bit of eye primer that just didn't get blended in right here on both sides. Actually, you know, that could also just be my skin misbehaving. Anyway, we're just gonna deal with it. It's not bothering me too much, and it's one of those things that if I didn't say anything about it, y'all probably wouldn't have noticed. But okay, back on track, Iris. I think for the lid, I'm going to start with the shade Place Between, which is kind of an interesting color. I think it looks sort of brown, sort of violet, sort of gray. Let's see how it pulls on my eye. Okay, that is beautiful. It has this little bit of silver shimmer running through it, but it's not obnoxious, and I don't see, I think I see one little bit of shimmer that's fallen down onto my lower eyelashes, but it's not getting everywhere. Oh, that's so pretty. This is the only shade in the palette, I think, that I had not used previously. Yeah, I think that's correct. And I think it might be my favorite. It's certainly not the most unique to the rest of my collection. I mean, I don't have anything similar to these two shades. This, I probably have shades that are close-ish, but maybe not spot on. Neverland is pretty unique to my stash as well, but this is so pretty. I can see myself wearing this to work quite a bit. I intended on doing a lot more complex look than that, but I actually really like how that is looking. Let's add a little bit more though. I'm going to go into Awake, which is this deep matte teal, with a pencil brush, and I'm going to really go along my upper lash line a little bit, maybe about halfway in with that, and then use the remnants of that color to deepen up my outer V. I think that looks really untidy when my eye is closed, but when my eye is open, I'm really liking the effect. Yeah, that's cute. I like that a lot. Now I think I'm going to pull some of Neverland, which is the sort of teal shade that is a shimmer, and run that under my eye. That's cute. I like that. The face I make while doing it isn't cute, but what are you gonna do? Okay, that I really, really do like. I think that's bringing out my eyes nicely. Certainly, once I have some mascara on, I think it'll look good. I do want to add a little bit of an inner corner highlight, and for that I've pulled out this Twinklepop stick. This is from, I do not know what brand this is from, but is like a pretty slim little eye crayon, and I'm just going to stick that in the inner corner. Just to add some additional definition and really make my eyes a little bit wider, because I mean, it's Tinkerbell. She has like inhumanly large eyes, even more so than a lot of animated characters do. So I'm going to add some mascara and pull out what I'll need for my lips and my cheeks, and I will be back in just a second to do that. I put on some mascara, and I love how the eyes turned out. I feel like my eyes look really big and bright and awake. Really big fan of that. I want to keep things pretty easy breezy on the rest of my face to sort of match the vibe of my outfit and my hair. So we're going to go into this Cheek Leaders palette from Benefit. Really wanted to say the balm there, but it is Benefit. And I'm just going to mix it Dandelion and Tickle together to give myself a really glowy blush. And I'm going to try not to drop it. Just going to hit the apple of my cheeks. And you know what, I do want a little bit of contour. So I'm going to go into my art class by Rodin highlighter. This is from Too Cool for School. And I'm going to focus my brush on these two shades, the deeper two. Honestly, the lighter shade is okay too. I really do want a little bit more definition today. Okay, so that is looking nice. I know I had talked about wanting to do an easy breezy look, but I kind of want more highlight. I know, shocking, right? So let's pull out this palette. This is where I keep my single highlighters. Basically all of my depotted face products go in this palette. And I think I'm going to hit some of this Luxie shade. This is super, super glowy. Has a little bit of a pink sheen to it, but overall it's just a really frosty highlight. But I'm feeling the frosty highlight today. I want to have really glowy pink cheeks, and I did that. So let's finish this up with the lips. I guess I was really feeling the K-Beauty today because I pulled out from I'm Mimi this mystery lip color. I believe this is in the shade Mystery Rose. I always look at the bottom like it's going to tell me what shade it is, and it does, I think, except it's in Korean and I can't read that. And let's okay. I'm going to wait a second for that to dry down, and then I'll decide if I want some more lip gloss or anything on top of it. I feel like it's looking brighter on camera than it is in person, though I say that, and half the time it looks exactly the same as it did in person when I'm editing. Not the right finger to tap over that with the shadow still on it, but I do think that I want a little bit of something glossy. Trying not to disturb the rest of my setup too much. Sorry if I shook you. So this is actually another Colourpop product. This is the Thumper Gloss from the Bambi collection. and yeah, I think that looks really nice. Here is the final look. I really like it. I can totally see myself doing a very slightly modified version of this to go to work pretty regularly. I could also see myself swapping out the lip for something a little bit more like deep mauvey nude and using this as the basis for a really simple, easy Tinkerbell costume for Halloween. I think that if I had a little green dress and did this makeup, maybe made myself some wings out of a pair of tights and a wire hanger, I don't think I would be an amazing Tinkerbell, but I think people would at least know what I was going for. And I think that brings us to the end of the video. Thank you so much for watching. Please consider liking and subscribing if you enjoyed today's video, and I hope I'll see you in the next one. Bye!